Good morning, everyone. Last full day here in LA. Just got out of the shower. Chap and Guardian are down in the lobby. I'm about to go join them for some coffee. Probably edit the last couple days videos down there and hang out for a bit. Like I said, I think today is going to be a little more of a mellow day. Probably not go out quite as much as yesterday. Yesterday was really just a crazy whirlwind. We did so many things in one day that's kind of all a blur. I forget what I showed you guys and what I forgot about. We went to that music shop, Amoeba Music, and I got a couple things, a couple t-shirts and, you know, just some band merch, things that I'm gonna have to send home that I couldn't pass up. So I'll deal with that when we get to the Oasis. I'll just ship a box home. Today I've got something very excited planned. It probably won't be exciting to you guys, but it's exciting for me. It's a big deal for me. So I'll take you along, but I won't spoil the surprise quite yet. We are planning to get back out on the trail tomorrow. We likely won't get back to trail until later in the day. I'm sure we'll only do a few miles tomorrow, but that's okay. I guess I haven't talked about Roadrunner all that much. We saw her last at the Oasis before we came to LA. We invited her to come along with us, and she declined. She's just crushing miles right now, and that's totally cool. You know, I think she wants to do like 28-mile days and 30-mile days, and hey, have at it. I know I can't push those kind of miles right now, and you know, there's really, in my opinion, there's no real reason for me to try to do that. So, I mean, there's a bunch of hikers balled up at Kennedy Meadows, kind of waiting for the snow to melt. So I have a feeling we will be reunited with her again once we hit Kennedy Meadows. But until then, we're just keeping our pace and, you know, just moseying along this awesome trail and taking little side quests. Other than that, ain't got too much to update you on. I'll catch up in a little bit.
Happens when you just start spending a few days and then you find something like this. What a treasure.
Found this crazy food market, and I kind of fucked up not knowing that this was here this whole time because there's so much shit in here. All right, everyone, had a beer at the food market there, hung out for a little bit. I'm now walking down toward the fashion district. I told you guys that I had a little bit of a surprise. Believe it or not, I have been toying with the idea of getting a haircut for a while. And when we decided to come to LA, I said, you know what, if I'm gonna get a decent haircut, I'm gonna have to do it while I'm in the city. And then it dawned on me that my old barber from back home is now in LA. So I looked up his shop, and sure enough, I was able to get an appointment with him today, and I'm on my way there now. I think this is the most nervous I've been on this hike. I've been growing my hair for 2.5 years now. My goal was to have dreadlocks, but after learning more about dreads and thinking about it more, I just realized there's a lot of maintenance and a lot of things that I just don't want to deal with. So this is going to be a little bit of a transformation. Hope y'all are ready. I don't know if I'm ready. I'm looking forward to it though. I'm looking forward to not having hair in my face all the time, not having wet hair all the time. It's just, it's time. It's time for a change. Here we are, guys. Mr. Brothers Cut Club. Let's do this fucking thing. All right, ladies and gents, you ready for the big reveal? Ooh! Oh, I am so happy. It feels so good. This was probably the best decision I've made. My boy Drew at Mr. Brothers Cut Club in LA. Here with Chap, we're going back to the food market here, get something to eat. I'm starving. Maybe I'll finally get that Chinese food I've been wanting. Please remove your hoe before entering. Sorry, Steve. Whoa. They've got this trolley thing here that takes you up from there to there. I don't know if it's to get to the top of the parking garage or the next street up or whatever, but I hope I'm never the person that requires a trolley to get up to the top of the parking garage. And there it goes. Ladies and gents, we ain't done shit today. The haircut was my excitement. After our Chinese food, we had a fun-filled trip to a CVS where we saw some interesting characters. I needed to replenish some of the candy that I've eaten in this hotel room over the last couple days. But that's about it. Other than that, I've been laying in this bed. We're watching 80s music videos and just dicking around on our phones. So this is probably going to be a short video for today, but whatevs. Checkout's at 11 tomorrow, and I guess we'll be catching a train and headed back to the PCT because I guess we have to continue this fucking hike. I will say I love you to my mother again because it is her birthday. I hope you had a wonderful day, and I miss you, and I will see you soon. Good night, everybody. See you tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. Just got everything packed up here in the hotel. Got my bag all packed. I'm down here in the lobby about to get some coffee. We've got a couple hours until we need to check out, so we're just kind of taking it slow, getting our last showers and all that good stuff. Probably go find somewhere to eat before we have to clear out of here, and then we have to catch the train, I think sometime around noon. Had a good stay here at the Citizen M in downtown Los Angeles. This place is immaculate, very clean, very new. The room was small for 3 of us, but it is what it is. It would have been awesome for 1 or 2 people. Other than that, it's been a great stay. I've really enjoyed my time here in LA. I'd love to come back and explore some more. It's a shame I have to leave, but ready to get back out on trail also. Apparently you could see the northern lights from parts of the trail in Southern California last night, so we're a little bummed that we missed that, but it is what it is. We're seeing some beautiful photos from other people. We went back to the Grand Central Market yet again. This time we got a bunch of donuts and I feel fucking sick. Way too much sugar. Now all I want is like hot sauce or like vinegar or something like that. But we're making our way back to the hotel.
Wants to ride the scooter.
Making our way back to the hotel. Got to grab our bags. Grab Guardian if he's there. And start making our way to the train station. Back back in Acton. My boy Karnik is here, it looks like. That's probably our bus. So he's gonna give us a ride back to the Oasis where we will continue our journey. We are back in Agua Dulce, Kobe Road. Getting ready to get started. We've got this little road walk here, like I said. I don't know, about a mile or so. And after that, we got a big old climb. Not feeling terribly motivated. I think this is going to be a tough day to get moving, but is what it is. We'll be in good shape tomorrow. So off we go. Praise hell, praise Dale. We've been seeing these little clay statues at all the different trailheads at these markers, like for miles, like I don't know, for weeks now. Pretty crazy. I don't know who's putting them there. Right back to the amazing views. Tell you what, we've got quite a hot day to welcome us back. I am dripping. We're making our way up this climb. We're about 4.5 miles from the next water source. There's some camping there. I don't know if that's what we're going to shoot for. We don't really have much of a plan for tonight, but that would put us between 8 and 9 miles, so that wouldn't be too bad considering our start time. I have to see what it looks like when we get there. It's been a beautiful day. Just getting used to walking again. There was a trail registry right back there a little bit that we signed. And we looked through it, you know, over the last couple days, seeing all the names of folks that we started with and have leapfrogged with for the last handful of weeks. Most of the names from, you know, today and the last 2 days wasn't really anyone that any of us knew. So I'm curious to see how the coming days are. I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of new faces. I'm wondering if we'll be in more of a bubble now, or maybe the bigger bubble is still behind us. Just got a text from Fireball back there when I was filtering water. She said that she got trail magic from Gramps today. Gramps is a AT hiker. He hiked the same year that I did. And him and I have been in touch over the last few months. Gramps, I hope we're able to link up pretty soon here, or maybe that I run into one of your trail magics. But shout out Gramps. I'm glad that you were able to give Fireball PBRs and hot dogs. Just a little bit of advice for anyone who backpacks or hikes or wants to start doing these things. The person who is on the incline has the right of way. So if two people cross paths, the person going downhill is supposed to step aside and let the person going uphill pass by, because those that are going up, you know, usually are using momentum to kind of push themselves to get to the peak, is the idea. Most of the time people are pretty good with this, but I think a lot of people just don't know that. There's also other rules as well, like say I'm going uphill and there's a group of 6 people coming down. I, as a single person, would move over for the 6 people. And that's because one person stepping off trail onto, you know, the flora along the trail is going to do less damage than a group of 6. Another example is the person, if a person has a dog, the person who has the dog usually has the right of way. Just these little things that are good to know if you're out here. Of course, sometimes I'm just fucking exhausted in the middle of a climb, and I'll have no problem stepping aside if there's a good spot and just telling the person coming down to come on through so that I can catch my breath. Got a real pretty view at the top here. This will be our highest part of the day. Not too windy today, which is amazing. I think we're only about half a mile from this water source. Gonna get some nice cold water because the water we got now is hot and disgusting. Probably gonna chug some water, filter what we need for tonight, and I don't know, there's a couple campsites at this water source. I don't know if we're gonna pack it in there or what. I look like that fucking witch lady from Insidious or whatever the fuck movie it is. We stopped at the water source back there. It was just so buggy. Like, I would rather do 20 more miles today than camp there. I don't know if I've ever worn this thing. I carried it on the whole AT, and like, it drives me nuts having it over my face. So like, I never wore it. There were a lot of mosquitoes on the AT, but they were always like on my legs and my arms and things. I don't remember them ever like messing with my face, but these little fucking flies, they're just swarming my face and getting in my mouth and my eyes and everything else. Sounds like there's a few campsites within a mile. Hopefully there's some open ones that we can take. I think we found our home for the night. There's two little sites next to each other here up on this ridge. Past a couple of spots, and these ones were the best, so we're just going to take these because I think it's just going to be like this for a little bit. It's almost 7 o'clock, so don't want to get too crazy. What did we do today? Like 8?
Probably more 9. I don't know.
Not 8, 9, 10 miles. It's not too bad considering what time we got started. We'll hit the ground running tomorrow and cover more trail. Tonight we got double ramen night, and actually we have that every night because that's all I got for dinners for this resupply. But Chap recommended I put some peanut butter in here, and I don't think I had ever tried that, but I did throw a couple scoops of peanut butter in there. It's really good. It's like more thick, I guess. I mean, I like eating peanut butter out of the jar, so always getting my peanut butter, but this is a good way to add some calories to this ramen. Okay, everyone, as you can see, the sun is going down. Don't have much more light ahead of me, and the bugs are awful right now. Like, I can't even sit in my tent with the mesh open. I just came out here to check out the sunset, but good day considering, you know, traveling and all that stuff. So happy with what we did. Tomorrow's going to be a bigger day, and the highlight is we have a smokehouse that is close to the trail, and apparently the owner like comes and picks you up so that you can eat at the restaurant. That is about 14 miles from here, so we should be able to get there hopefully sometime around lunch, maybe a little after. So that's going to be good. More real food. Never going to complain about that. Otherwise, I don't think we have a whole lot planned for tomorrow, so we'll see how everything goes. I don't think we have any crazy climbs or anything. It's mostly flat stuff and declines tomorrow, so it should be pretty good. Bobby D, I love you, sir. I can't wait to come home and eat your food. Have a good one, guys. See you in the morning.